Morning from my home in Arizona, just about 1.5 miles west of my place, or a little less than 1.5 miles west of my place, out on a ride, just shaking things out. Bike's ready to go. Spent the earlier part of this week replacing the tires and chain and rear cassette, brakes, what have you, maintenance, just general maintenance stuff, chain, all that stuff's good to go now. Got a couple hours on it since I put it on there. Got all that good yesterday and dropped my bike at the house when I was in the front living room. I dropped it on the tile, and that bent the brake lever on the front brake. Luckily it didn't bust it off, so that was a pretty easy fix. But shows you, pay attention to the small things all the time. Don't let those things trickle in, and no worries. The rest of the plan is gonna box the bike up this afternoon, come back, finish my cue sheets, pack up, wash up, pack up my clothes, get everything ready that I'm gonna race in, plus a pair of travel clothing. Tiffany's flying up to Banff with me, and she said no spandex on the plane, so I'm not gonna be able to wear my racing attire. I was looking forward to wearing my helmet on the airplane, but she said that's socially not acceptable, so I probably should listen to her. So she's been incredibly supportive throughout this whole thing, and just in case my sarcasm didn't translate well, I was kidding about wearing the helmet on the plane. She was probably really afraid about me wearing spandex, but I do have better fashion sense than that. So hopefully we'll report from Banff, and then from the finish. The weather in Banff is going to be tough. Rain and snow, probably a lot of snow in the high country. Historically that slows you down, but you know, you don't stop going out just because there's a little bad weather. And luckily, volcanic bike here, the thing was manufactured in the rain. It's good to go. I'm ready. Hopefully we get in between the storms and can put down some miles and get a report from Banff. Everybody that's helped me out, all the sponsors, you guys through emails and texts and phone calls that I got during the peaks and valleys of the training, means a lot. So I'm really hopeful to get out there and make a good showing of this, and get through it, finish first, and see where we shake out in the group, come back healthy. See ya later. Check in day 2, Great Divide, about noon. First day, 109 miles into Elkford. I got sick, rain and snow all day. Came into town and got the last hotel room with another rider, Ralph, who's a pretty cool guy. Took the Z-Pack that I had, prescription that I was carrying with me, and got some Dayquil and NyQuil. Slogging through, my lungs are dying, but I think I can pull through it without having to stop. Just gotta listen to my body. Been a tremendous ride. That ride into camp last night was outstanding. Saw a moose when I left camp this morning, and just been a good trip overall. Hope everyone else is having a good ride as well, and I'll continue to check in after I get on. I'm planning on riding late tonight. We'll see how it goes. Whitefish Pass. This is worthy of a video. Forgive the movement of the camera, but I'm going to give a 360 of what's around us. That's the trail dead ahead, and this is the avalanche snowfield. We've already been in here about a quarter of a mile, and it just goes on and on and on like this. There's another rider directly behind me, and you can't see him. His name is Mark. I am 13 hours into my day, coming over the second mountain pass, and I know some of you Blue Dot watchers are probably wondering why some things go so long or so short, but I have learned I am not in control of the time. Miles are not dictated by effort. Sometimes for me it's about terrain and obstacles, and this is our second snowed-in pass in Montana today. Had some pretty dark moments about 2 hours ago. Just a mental battle. My knee is bothering me, but I iced it 3 times in the snow up here, and hopefully that'll pull through. I'll ice it where I get to camp, or hopefully into Whitefish tonight, but I'm not pushing on till midnight, I don't think. If I can't get out through this snow, I'll find a place just on the other side of the pass and camp. So I'll check in later. Enjoy the journey. It's been a tough afternoon, day 4. And what you're seeing there is the bike route ahead of me, and that's where I came from. That's the second patch. Well, onward. I'm going up that. There'll be more after that. That's not the top. Hey, it's me. Today's day 7. Been going for about 12 hours, just taking a quick break. I'm at map mile 216.6, the left turn onto Forest Service Road 9814, the snowmobile route. This is day 7. 2 days of rain delay and not a lot of riding the last 2 days. I thought I'd be really motivated to be out here, and it's been tough. I mean, I've just wanting to do all this cool stuff, and it's something I really love, but mentally it's just tough. I talked to Tiffany this morning, and it was a big help. Just I keep moving forward, and not as far as I want to be, and I get discouraged about that, and I'm having a hard time focusing on what's important, which is the next pedal stroke. Aches and pains are there, but nothing's getting worse, so I'm going to keep trudging along. We had 5 guys in our group last night, and we ended up with only 3. Tony had to go back to Whitefish to get his bike fixed. His hub came apart after he had it worked on. It was a real bummer. That'll cost him some time. I hope he catches me. I'm sure he will. He's a lot faster than I am. And then also riding with Steve. He's a really cool guy. Got a really great heart, and it's very apparent the way his family and son is. And he's a very, very strong cyclist. Very impressive. So anyway, I'll cut it off, but I'll keep trudging along, getting up on this pass. I know I've got an avalanche field to go through. I'm hoping to get through it before dark, and maybe going on the downhill side of the pass through Silly Lake. So catch you later. All right, day 9 here with Tony. He caught up to me again because he's a machine. So day 8 consisted of waking up at camp, and the elk were bugling. Felt pretty good. We stayed in a hotel last night because we're smart. Got showered and laundried, and pushing on just fast. What's the top of this pass called? Stampede Pass, and we got 2 more passes ahead of us. Nope. Hoping to make Stemple Pass. 2 more ahead of us, hoping to make a good time throughout the day, and pick up some supplies when we get to Helena. It's good to be moving, and that's what we're going to do right now, is move on. Later. Enjoy the journey. This Continental Divide moment's worthy of a video. About 35 miles back, crossing a pass with Tony Arroyos, who's also from Gilbert. I slipped on a unrideable part walking the bike, and when I slipped on a piece of wood, my kneecap hit the bike, and it knocked the kneecap off the top of my leg and dislocated it, which really hurt quite a bit. I went down and saw that it was dislocated, so I put it back on. We were about 18 or 19 miles from any towns, and it really hurt again. But now I'm several miles down. I'm at the Continental Divide crossing just above Butte, Montana, and Tony went on ahead of me. I was a little gimped, a little slower, but it's coming along great. I can ride strong and can walk on it. I'm really happy. But what the point of the video is it's about the journey, and I got to the top of the pass, and he left me something. Some candy and a can of WD-40, and that's what this is all about. Anybody that's still out here on day 10 or longer, we're fortunate people. This is the real deal. It's extremely tough. It's mountaineering, it's backcountry, it's biking, and it's mental and physically demanding. I'm thankful that I was able to get off the mountain. Luckily, I've had that injury twice before, so I knew exactly what it was, and this time I could walk afterwards. The first 2 times I wasn't able to walk, so I guess we're fortunate. Maybe those cycling muscles are strong enough to keep that kneecap in place, because it didn't go all the way around behind, but Tiffany doesn't know yet, but that's good. I'll have a few more hours of daylight and I'm headed to Butte to get in the motel. Remember, it's about the journey. Didn't take a video. Let me check if this is working. I have to edit that out, sorry. Good morning. Didn't take a video yesterday. I made it just short of the pass at Bannock Road, and I ran out of gas. I had a thunderstorm delay for about an hour and a half yesterday. It was nice because I got to talk to family and friends, but it cost me in time. So hopefully I can make up some miles today. I slept well. Just crashed on the side of the road in the BLM land, and just got up to the top. I'm just below 8,000 feet. I've got about 36 miles to town. I'm down to a peanut butter and jelly, half of a summer sausage, some Cheetos, and a couple cookies. And what else do I have on board? 2 bottles of water and a Cliff oatmeal bar. Should be no problem. So anyway, on down the hill, and remember, it's about the journey. It was a tough one at the end of yesterday. Alright, Tour Divide, day 14 or 13, I don't know, lose track. Got about 2 hours and 17 minutes of sunlight left. Been traveling with Mark, aka Texas, and we've been going now for 11 hours and 48 minutes since we left the lodge back at Lakeview, just the other side of Lakeview. Really old-fashioned Montana-style hunting backpack or packing lodge, pack mule lodge, and just a great people. Fixed us breakfast. So we're here at on the railroad trail. Cinders. We just stopped at the tunnel, so overview of the river. Gonna head on down into I don't know why I can't remember. Flag Ranch. So many different stops along the way. Flag Ranch tonight, and about 18 miles, maybe 20 away from us. We've got a couple hours to get there, and I think we should be able to pull that off pretty easy. So that's it for this video. Enjoy the journey, and I ordered some parts from Volcanic today from their shop. Have them shipped ahead to me to Pinedale. Rebuild the cassette and the chain and give me some extra brakes and stuff. So pretty awesome. They could turn that around for me, just a phone call, and do an invoice for me. So anyway, shout out to Volcanic, and enjoy the journey. I'm out. Another day on the Divide. Saw Tiff and Philip and Jamie and Ian, and also Bentley was with them. They surprised me on their route. Made 50 miles yesterday, and now had to wait out the rain. Got stuck at I don't know what the heck the place is called, but anyway, it was a depressing day just as the 50 miles. Huge mudslog going over a pass coming up today, starting out in the rain, but pressing on. 160 miles to Pinedale. New chain and cassette waiting for me, and hopefully we can make up some time. And rode with Mark. He's got a hurt Achilles, so he's holding up a little bit, but we're going to give it our best shot this morning. It's going to be a cold, wet day, but I got dry and warm gear, so it's about the journey. Hopefully it turns out to be a high day, even though it's hard. Sorry, I hate to do that, but it's hard to tell if it's on from this side of the camera. Haven't done a video for a couple days. Colorado-Wyoming border, just passing over now. Yesterday was a rough one. I got to Rawlins, which is a halfway point. It's going to be a high point. Just came out of the Great Basin, and then had to do laundry and clean up and all that stuff. I'd been out for about 3 days, and it just took me longer than I thought. I thought I'd get some quick rest and go, and took a look at track leaders, kind of falling out of the pack in the middle. Really discouraging for me, but on the other hand, shame on me for being so selfish about it. Anyway, pushed out, did another 12 or 15 miles out of Rawlins just to get out of town, camped there, and everything was fine. I woke up this morning at sunrise getting ready to go, and I'll be darned if my kneecap didn't try and come out of the socket again. I caught it before it went out. It hurt, didn't swell too much more than it already was, but has me a little concerned. But anyway, pushing on, going to Slater, Brush Mountain Lodge, and over towards the next stop in Colorado if I can make it tonight. So I've got about 7 hours of daylight left. Anyway, that's it for now. Enjoy the journey. I'm sure, I talked to Tiff last night. That helped a lot. But still, it's hard out here. It has its times, but gonna push on. So enjoy the journey. I'm on Borelius Pass, a significant piece of railroad history at 11,482 feet. I'm going to do a panorama video here. It's an old railroad history place, and I'll just do a circle. This is above the tree line. You see the tundra, the mountains in the distance, and the old rail cars from the railroad that ran through here. Need to get down from here before dark, but it's tempting to break into the rail car and sleep in there tonight, but I don't want to commit a crime. So started at a railroader's house, finished here a little over close to 100 miles away from his place today at a very tall pass. As the third climb today, and heading down to Como, a small town of about 500, to find a place to stay tonight. Enjoy the journey. Hello again. Just making another video. Camped last night from between Mears Junction and Marshall Pass. Marshall Pass is just below 11,000 feet. It's quite a climb. Got into Salida and had to eat. Bonked twice yesterday, but getting out of there, and then I had to stop in Sargent's, which is a real small town, and made good time to that. Got breakfast. I had to do laundry. I mean, I was 4 days out with just stuff needed taken care of, but that it's just a times killer. I've made about 100 miles a day the last 5 or 6 days, and today I'm behind pace. I'm 70 miles, just shy of 70 miles, and I've only got 4 hours of daylight. I just had to take a break, and just fought a wind coming up to the next pass we're coming to is Coche Topa. It's only 10,000 feet. I'm at 9,000 now, but 25-mile-an-hour headwind coming into the river valley, just 5 miles an hour, just killing it. Anyway, just a rough day. I set my expectations, and then I get frustrated when I don't reach them. And I just need to learn to realize that it's not always going to happen. But it's still tough. I mean, I want to achieve and do well. So I guess I'm putting that pressure on myself, but I'm going to keep fighting on. Maybe on the other side of the pass I'll make up some miles on the downhill, and just keep going. It's just a tough one. I hate it when the bike's not moving forward, but man, sometimes you just run out of gas, or sometimes it's tough. But we'll see how it turns out at the end of the day. Forgot to make the video yesterday, so I'm out just outside of Abiquiu on my way to Cuba at 8,380 feet, climbing up to above 10,000. It's excuse me, about 4,000 feet of climbing in 28 miles. One of the tougher climbs. It's getting a little warm. I'm in that section now that, if you've seen the video of Ride the Divide, where it goes from rock to sand to rock. The road looks like this. There's nothing consistent about it, so it is, like I say, it's murder on your legs and everything else. You can't get a good rhythm going. You just got to kind of tough through it, but it's a good ride today. Slept well in the hotel last night. It's the first time I've been in a hotel since northern Wyoming, so all the way through Wyoming, Colorado, and New Mexico before staying in a hotel. I have had a couple showers, but weird experience to be indoors for the night. So anyway, trip's going well. Going to continue on past the 2,000 mile mark. Lucky to still be out here and having a great old time. Until next time, enjoy the journey. Between Cuba and Grants, Milan, New Mexico, on the Great Divide route. About 62 miles into it, maybe a little more than halfway. And here's a good perspective of what the landscapes look like the last 60 miles and the next coming 60. Stark contrast to what we've been through the last few weeks. Headed that way. And just climbed out of that. So, and that's the route we're going down, heading out to the climb over that ridge up there. So, See if we can make 200 miles today. I don't know, it's gonna get pretty hot. Enjoy the
in 50 words or less. How you feeling, Sarge?
I can stay here for free. There you go.
Shift this out of here again. Okay. You're off route?
Yep.
Alright, well.
Well, good morning. Didn't make a video yesterday, got to camp late. Last 2 days have been pretty productive, well over 100 miles each day. Tried to do 150. I was going to push on past dark, and about 2 miles short of this Continental Divide crossing I came across the infamous mud, and I knew that trying to walk and scrape mud in the dark was counterproductive, so I set up camp, and now I'm on. I've been going for it's about a half hour before sunrise, and the sun's up now, and I haven't gone 2 miles. I don't know how long this will go. I imagine when I drop in elevation it'll be a little better, and as the sun warms up this mud. But what it does is it just stops your bike. You can't go. I've got the bike to here, and I'll show you. That's pretty mild, but as you can see, that's not going to pedal or shift. Earlier it had clogged up the entire back wheel and the front wheel, so it wouldn't move. So I've been carrying this for a couple hundred miles, maybe 1,000, just a piece of wire, and it's rolled over itself, and so what it does is it gets under the mud and scrapes it off the tires pretty well. Seems pretty effective, but after you've had to do it about 400 times, it gets a little bit old. So anyway, it's just life. That's just part of being out here. Doesn't last forever, but it sure does gobble up a bunch of time. I've got to get to work. Enjoy the journey. Having a Tour Divide moment here, just only about 25 or 30 miles from finishing, and I'm in my third storm of the day. I found this shelter. It says no trespassing, but major dust storm right on the route, and I'm sure there's some serious rain to follow. So this is not bad now compared to what it was. So hopefully it gets a little dissipate quickly. It's a fast mover, but hey, enjoy the journey, right? Well, I moved into this old shop building here. It was a better structure than what I initially took cover in to get out of the dust. And I just looked at the radar, and it's I'm stuck. I'm like 30 miles. 30 miles from finishing. For some people, that's a heck of a good bike ride, and it is. But considering what I've been through, I mean, doggone it, I just want to finish. Tiff and Kyle, my mother-in-law, are out there waiting for me. I think they're stuck in a red cell as well. I texted them. They're probably worried to death. I found these structures. I saw them about 2 miles off. I was hauling butt down the road to get to them. The dust kicked up, and I got within about 200 yards of them, and I couldn't find them. So I just sat where I was at for about 10 minutes until the dust settled. And luckily I was able to get in. So I guess this is, it is about the journey. There's so many things on this route that you can't control. I guess I'm just lucky to be this far, and I'll have to wait it out. I'll probably have to finish in the dark. At least it's highway and not dirt roads where I'm going to end up with wet surface that I can't get the bike to roll through. So that's pretty positive. But hey, enjoy the journey, and I'm going to sit here and wait this thing out. Here.
Hurry! Grab a camera!
Where do I have to walk through at?
You have to walk all the way back there. So.
This is the dangerous part.
It's all the way down there. Yeah, we either cut across here.
So this is the ending, and I'm trying to get over to the sign. And we've had a little rain, and so I'm going to walk through the lake. Do you have 2 of those boots? Can you walk without the boot? Maybe take the boot off and just get your foot wet.